Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in to J-Steele RC here. So basically, I don't want to talk too much, but I uploaded a couple videos and put together an edit, mostly just for myself and for my friends, but it got quite a bit of attention and I'm getting subscribers all the time now, so I figured, well, maybe I'll give this a shot and actually try and start a channel. So I got a couple chassis here and everything for some future videos that I have planned. I just bought this house and I just kind of moved in, so this is like version 1 of my setup down here, but I don't really want to wait any longer. And behind me on the bench here, I got what I hope to be a competitive Class 1 build. I think I have all the parts that I need for a bench up build. Um, I'm running mostly everything is it's all from Amazon for the most part. I kind of like the idea of underdog builds, and it makes it so much easier to get parts instead of waiting for availability and things like that. But so I think if you do it right, maybe it'll be pretty competitive. So come on over here to the bench. I'm going to show you what I got going on today here. So as you can see, I got everything laid out here on the bench. I want to start over here with the body. I did record this last night. I assembled this. I knew it was going to take some time, and I didn't really want to take up my time during the build day here. I like the body a lot. There's a couple things I haven't done yet. I haven't put all the glass in yet. But everything seems to be very strong. I'm not sure 100% on how it'll hold up rolling down a mountain, but, that remains to be seen. So we'll see, but I like it. There's some mesh back there in the grill. I like that. I like the headlight design here. It's all very scale appearing. It's nice and shiny paint. So coming over here, as far as let's just start with the drive and the chassis. So I got a hot racing bearing skid plate here for SCX 10.2. That's kind of the frame design that I'm basing this build around, but everything's kind of from a bunch of different stuff. This is the SSD scale transmission here and transfer case. I really like this. It's got some weight to it. It came pre-greased inside there. I did test fit the motor over here. Everything fit in there great. So I don't really have any doubts about this. I think this will be pretty strong. I like the appearance of it and everything. Kind of makes me want to keep the windows and everything out of here so you can see it. But coming over here, I have some just knockoff Chinese all metal SCX 10.3 portals here. And then to go with them, I got these Top Cad 48 grams each. They're basically the outer boxes there. They just replaced this whole box unit. So I just got to take the gears out here and put them inside these. That'll add some weight down low. I really like that. I got some brass hexes. I got SCX 10.3 links. So the weird part about this build so this is SCX 10.2 chassis rails here, but I am going to run a 3-link because I want to stay kind of scale. I'm not 100% sure of what these parts are going to do and how they're going to work together, but we're going to find out. I got these Injora shock towers here. They're red anodized aluminum. I don't know, I like them. They look sharp. They're only going on the front though, because on the rear I got this cantilever set here. And it did come with 80mm springs, but I went ahead and got these RC all-wheel drive 70mm springs. And my plan is to use 2 on each cantilever setup, so you'll have to see how that goes. Got the side plates here. I just like the look of these ones. I knew I could put a strap in here for a battery or ESC. Front bumper is brass. Give me a little bit of weight up front. I kind of like slow, heavy crawlers. It's just kind of what I'm into. So over here, so I'm running just this Injora 27 turn. I got a 35 kg servo, and then here is the ESC. So this is out of a Danchi Ridge Rock, and I swear by these. I really like these. They have a really good startup speed. So I've had a couple different motors. A lot of you who are coming back to the channel have seen this truck. I've had a couple different motors in here, a couple different ESCs, and from what I've found, for the money, this is about 35 bucks here. For the money, it has four-wheel steer capability out of the box. The transmitters are pretty durable. They have four-wheel steer on them as well. This is about 15 bucks, 20 bucks. So as far as the money goes, it's very cheap, and it has very good slow startup for brush motors. So that's kind of why I like to stick with those, just for the money. I really want a Fusion Pro, but I've seen them destroy servos left and right, and I don't know, you know, I don't know. We'll get into that on another build, but I got a bumper here. This is all metal here. It came with some lights. This is just from Amazon. So these tires, I got these tires from RC 4-Wheel Drive. You know, they're very soft. These are the Mudslinger XLs, but they're the scales. So they're 4.19 OD. I did put some, I believe those are 65 or 62 gram weights in the front too. In the back too, there aren't any. So they're a little bit lighter, but there's still some weight to these. They are very soft. I do like that. I have seen people cut or sipe these to make them a little bit better, but I'm just going to kind of run them how they are at first and see how they do. Then I got some whips for the body. I'm going to put two of the short whips here. There's a long and a short one in each package. I'm going to put a short one of each on the back of the bed rails here, one here and one over there. So yeah, that's enough of me babbling on here. Let's get to the build here. I got a whiteboard that I'm going to use here, and I'm just going to kind of keep up with everything I'm doing on that, and I kind of use it to separate my tools and everything, so you'll see. But let's get going here. Alright, so everything for the most part is together. There's a couple things I didn't do yet. I didn't do the bumper. I didn't put the whips on the body. There are a couple issues here. Now, again, I was saying I was just kind of hoping I had everything for a bench up build. And for the most part, everything does work together very well. You know, the transmission looks great in here. I am going to eventually upgrade the motor to a much better motor, but this is just what I got for right now. But as far as the front suspension goes, I'm at a bit of a standstill with that. So basically, my panhard bar, obviously this isn't even a panhard bar, this is just another link. But I couldn't find the correct length panhard bar. I also didn't really know exactly what it would be for a length needed. But the steering, I'm going to, so I don't really get as much flex as I want. And in order to get some more flex, I need to bend this. And it also just so happens to be too long, so my servo arm is sticking out to the side there. And I don't really have much left and right on the actual steering bar with it for that reason. So if I bend this into like a Z, it will give me better angle and also shorten up the distance total from eye to eye. So I think I'm just gonna bend this, and I might just make a custom panhard bar. I might just shorten this up and tap them or something. I don't know what I'll do. I'll probably get a factory panhard bar and go from there, see if that works. But yeah, I did have the electrics plugged in, everything front and forward, does steer left and right, everything looks good on that. Couple, you know, minor things. I think I want to stance this out a little bit further. I need to get some brass hex extensions. I just don't know exactly how far I'm going to go. I'm going to wait till I get the body on. But the cantilever in the rear actually it looks great. Let me see if I can get focused in here on it. So it looks great. It functions really well. So what I realized is if there's a spring on the top and the bottom, you know, one of them is going to give before the other. So it kind of pushes in the top ones just based on the leverage point here. So it pushes in the top ones, and then it kind of sucks the lower ones up into there. So there's some, you can kind of see there's like a little grooved insert right in the middle of the keys for the shock to sit in once it's fully compressed. And that had right there you go, there you can see. So that kind of grooved center spacer there accepts the full like width of this, you know, shock here. So it worked out great. I did end up swapping to so these links are actually from an Everest 10, but they work great as the upper links. They keep the drive shaft angle dang near perfect. Everything, you know, it stays straight when it compresses. Gives me, you know, it's high center, so it'll give me that kind of that angle to come off of those bearings. You know, it looks like it's going to work really good for class 1. But other than that, I think this is going to end up being a 2-part build. I'm going to go to my local hobby store. It's Dollar Hobbies. I love going there, and I'm going to see if I can pick up a factory panhard bar and maybe some taller shocks or maybe some keys or something. But as far as the functionality of the drivetrain, everything looks great. It works great. It seems strong. Nice amount of weight up front here on the axles. So, yeah. Alright guys, so like I said, this is going to end up being a 2-part build. I was hoping to keep it a 1-part build, but I got to get some custom, I got to either make some links for the panhard and the steering, or I might go and pick up some, you know, some factory ones for the 10.3, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I'm going to look around more at them. The cantilever setup works great. I loved it. That was kind of the funnest part of this. I love the transmission. Just a couple minor adjustments. A couple things to do to the body aesthetically and everything and get that mounted. I'm not 100% sure how I want to mount the body quite yet. It does come with these metal brackets here that just bolt into the front bumper screws, but I don't know if I really want to be taking those on and off all the time. I might try and do something with magnetics, but I just see bad reviews on them all the time, and I'm not 100% certain on what I want to do with that. So I'm gonna go. I got go back to work, you know, tomorrow for the rest of the week, and then next Saturday, I might have some stuff, but yeah. So thanks for tuning in and checking this out. Next one, I'm gonna finish it up, and hopefully I'll have some test footage of it as well. So thanks for stopping by.